yeah, so we're going to be finishing up Caleb's story today. This is the second part of Vanishing Skyward. I stopped at part 6 of the story, right after we met Zane. So we haven't gotten back to Caleb yet. All we know is that Caleb is the new colonel and that he lives on his own personal floating island, which is ridiculous. Like, can I be a colonel as well so that I can have my own floating island in the sky? Like, but anyways, so today is just gonna be me finishing up Caleb as much as I can, because not only do I have that, I have six 5-star cards to go through. Because I got upset that I didn't have all of them. Like, my brain literally got upset because I didn't have all of them. So, I went and got all of them. Do not ask how. Hime has problems. And a lot of it has to do with Caleb at the moment. I need to finish Caleb as much as I can. Alright. Cool mist rises slowly from the lawn, leaving only a shadowy outline of this hospital's wings' streamlined white architecture. I squeeze the dog plushie named Lucia. I'm genuinely puzzled about what Mia's intent is. Is this just a gift? Oh, we're still with Zane. Zane sits down next to me. He gives me a cup that's filled with a drink. I don't know what it is, though. Is this milk tea, a health drink, or a fruit slushie? Of course, it's just warm water. He calmly looks over before lowering his head. Then, he gently squeezes the dog plushie's cheek. As usual, he delivers his dry humor with a straight face. There's no way my face is. I quickly relax my expression, but my brows furrow again upon seeing Lucia. I think there's something in the doll. I said I'd help her find her brother. Zane pauses, his thoughts drifting for a moment, before he shifts slightly. His tone becomes more solemn. I know. While the far space fleet dealt with the culprit behind the explosion, the whole thing feels too similar to what happened to me. I'm not sure, but Ever must be involved somehow. Kevi must have something thereafter, or there's a secret they're desperate to keep hidden. I don't know if I've truly thought this through, though. Once they make their move, there will be a second time and then a third. I can't just stand there and watch the same tragedy repeat itself with these two. Oh? Huh, 1 second. Let me listen to the Japanese.
しかし今回来てみると 天行師の雰囲気は当時とだいぶ変わったように見えた。しかし今回来てみると、
However, this time when I came back,
当時とだいぶ変わったように見えた。
the atmosphere has changed a lot. Back to the island at least. What are you trying to say?
艦隊だ。
Oh?
あの頃から艦隊の地位は高かったが、真空トンネル内での探索任務を主としていた。ここで7、8年働いてきた多くの人々も艦船を見たことは一度もないという。最近のような大規模な気候や地上を封鎖するようなことは実に珍しいことだ。
If there's another reason. With so little information available to me, it's hard to determine their role in this incident. Yeah, I mean, I have Oni-chan, so maybe I can just ask Oni-chan. I'll keep a close eye on the situation, but for now, I need to find Kevi as soon as possible. He's been missing for a while now and could be in danger. Zane nods and looks up at the dark clouds in the sky.
何か手がかりはあるのか?
It's been a week since the explosion. The fleet must have searched through every nook and cranny of the explosion site and the surrounding area. If they can't find him, Kevi must have either been taken away by someone or hiding in an even more secluded place. While the latter seems unlikely, I look at Lucia's big, wide eyes. Did Mia give me a clue?
見せてくれ。
I give Lucia to Zane. He scrutinizes it for a moment before tugging its charred tail. There's a burst of static before a voice crackles from the plushie.
お兄ちゃん、どこに隠れてるの？もう終わりにしようよ。バカだな、水江。僕はここ
水江。
秘密基地にいるよ。秘密基地に隠れちゃダメだって約束したのに。ズルしたんだね。
Noticing my surprised gaze, Zane places Lucia back into my lap and strokes its head.
病気の子供のところで似たようなおもちゃをたくさん見てきた。
Thank you for the bannings. I knew it was a smart move to turn to a doctor. I carefully pull Lucia's tail and listen to the conversation again. Then I realized something. Maybe Kevi hasn't been taken away. He might be hiding. Is this secret base his hiding place? I turn back to look at Zane and speak.
もういい。聞き飽きた。
Oh, that's a fond smile of his. I'll buy you dessert. When we're back in Langton, I'll buy you the latest item on Maltosio's dessert menu. I suddenly recall how Zane had taken several consecutive days off after returning from Chanxia. It's something he rarely does. You've already used up some of your vacation time. Will you be busy later? I can get the dessert to go and give it to you at the hospital instead.
おごる側が相手に時間がないことを恨むのは初めて見たな。
I'm afraid I'll bother you when you're busy. Zane slowly leans back, studies me for a moment, and then reaches for the cup of warm water. His expression remains indiscernible.
今さらそんなことを言うとは頭が回っていないようだな。
Suppose it would...
お前に足りないのは水分ではなく亜鉛だったか。
Is it water? Something lukewarm? What do you mean by that? Noticing my confusion, Zane slightly tilts his head and responds with a smile that carries amusement and resignation.
忙しいのはお互い様だ。難題が次々とやってくるからな。だが、会いたい気持ちがあれば、互いに忙しくても、こうして一緒に座る時間はある。
He lifts Lucia's head and the plushie stares at me with its dewy black eyes.
お前があの子との約束を果たしたら何をご馳走してもらうか考えておこう。
Once you've fulfilled your promise, I think is what he said, though. I'm not sure. Following the explosion, the Far Space Fleet uses wanderers as their reason for sealing off the area and evacuating all residents within a 2-kilometer radius. Maybe the week-long search has led them to believe Kevi is no longer in this neighborhood. No fleet soldiers are stationed here tonight. Am I back here? Does Nichan know we're here? The charred ground reveals several sets of footprints, all disorderly. Many have passed through this place. Kevi. As I enter a backyard, I see a scorched swing and a slide that's been reduced to a metal frame. I pause before carefully tugging Lucia's tail. If Kevi is still around, he might hear this. After a few minutes, I notice faint sobbing. Suddenly, a familiar energy fluctuation ripples through the air. Behind the shrubs, a Terran reality, around 0.5 meter wide, materializes. A timid little boy emerges. He's hesitating. Realizing I'm not his sister, he tries to run away, but I quickly call out to him. Wait, Mia sent me. The boy freezes. He turns around, but his head is still lowered. He's unwilling to meet my gaze. Oh no, what's wrong with his face? Have you become a monster? No, you just have shit on your face. Granulated crystals seem to be growing around his eye sockets, almost engulfing his whole face. A few moments ago, I saw this sort of phenomena in the N109 zone with those monsters and in Chancia City. Maintaining my composure, I touch the crystals on his face. A sharp pain shoots through my palm, but the growth stops. Just as I thought. I've seen this before. You're not a monster. You're just ill and need to get treated as soon as possible. She's recovering in the medical center, and after the surgery is over, there haven't been any problems. I take Kevi's hand and wipe away his tears. Right now, she's worried about you. Kevi, can you tell me what happened on the day of the explosion? How did you manage to stay hidden? The secret base you have with Mia. Comforted by my words, he stops sobbing. Slowly, he withdraws his hand and reveals something to me. In the center of his palm is a tiny crystal fragment. This is... Is this an aether core? A familiar energy reverberates in my heart, and I slowly exhale. It's the last spadium core fragment we've been looking for. Ooh.
僕は部屋の中に隠れてて、庭にいた水江はなかなか僕を見つけられなかった。しばらく隠れてたら、いきなり大きな声が聞こえてきて、僕は気絶しちゃったんだ。お父さんとお母さんからもらったこれが僕を守ってくれたんだよ。
Oh, his mom and dad left this? So he didn't just find it, it was left to him. Your parents left this?
出かける前にこれを僕に渡したんだ。しっかり水江を守るんだよって言って。それに絶対に誰にも見つかっちゃいけないって言ってた。危険な目にあったらこれを使って隠れなさいって。
Sorry, my lip is hurting me. This is gonna be hard. So this fragment can create a space, the secret base you and Mia talked about. Lowering his head, he nods.
爆発の後、僕はずっと眠ってたんだ。目が覚めて水江を探そうとしたんだけど、外で誰かが僕を探してて。
I'm glad you waited though, because we want this thing from you. Who were they?
わからない。でも、
Oh
お
shit.
父さんとお母さんが言ってたんだ。自分たちがいないとき、あの人たちを信用しちゃダメ。あの人たちについていっちゃダメだって。た
Oh.
とえそれ。
This must mean Kevi's parents knew there were people in the fleet who wanted to harm them. I bet other groups are also involved. At this point, letting the fleet find Kevi might not be for the best. I touch the black crystals on Kevi's face. He slightly flinches from the pain. Yeah, but you're in, like, fleet territory, so where are you going to go with the kid? Myself. But even if we only consider his health, Kevi can't stay here anymore. Maybe having him leave Skyhaven temporarily is the only way to ensure his safety right now. In that case, the Hunters Association, which has been kept out of these events since the beginning, will be a reliable safe haven. Are we sure the Hunters Association is good people as well, though? I know you're in danger and that you really want to see Mia now, but you need to keep this fragment safe and hold on for one more day. I'll make the necessary arrangements and return to you as soon as I can. Kevi is quiet for a moment, then he pats Lucia's head and nods.
これだけ水江に伝えてくれる？僕は大丈夫だから心配しないでって。
I think that's like if the fleet has people that are bad, and the N109 has people who are bad, and of course Raphael has whoever the fuck he's with right now. Like, I'm pretty sure there's bad people in the Hunters Association. I don't know if we should just be trusting the association like this. After leaving the area that's under lockdown, I call Zane. Oh, hi Zane.
焦らずゆっくり話せ。森戸君は見つかったか？
Should we be talking to him on a phone? Wouldn't people be able to listen in? When his voice comes to the phone, it's almost as if a warm hand is soothing my troubled mind. Yes, he has a spadium core fragment. He's been using its power to hide himself. He's also infected with something that involves those black crystals, but his condition seems slightly better than what we saw in the patient at Ch.1 Hospital. In Ch.1 Hospital, Zane and I arrived at a preliminary conclusion. The Aether Core's power doesn't cause transformations like this. Someone is responsible for creating this crystal-related disease. And assuming that's the case, they're deliberately turning people into monsters. After I reveal this conclusion we never really discussed before, the other end of the line was silent for a few minutes.
似たような症例を数年前に見たことがある。
I was so nervous for Zane's safety during this part. Same. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to be talking about this on the phone, guys. Recalling my conversation with Zane in the Arctic, a guess forms in my mind. Oh, yeah, it is the same. The guy. Nice. I thought so.
そうだ。その後気づいたことがある。極めて特殊な状況下においてだが、ワンダラーの襲撃によって発生したエネルギーの結晶は人体を侵食し、そこに新たな肉体を作り出すんだ。
Zane's story is the one I know the least about. I mean, also Silas probably, but Zane's is one of the people I don't know anything about. To be honest, like I skip over everything he's in, so I don't really know that much about him.
そして襲われた者は一瞬我を忘れ、暴走して周囲を攻撃する。
Once that happens, the victim can lose their sanity within seconds. Oh. Some of the vague relationships between a few things becomes clearer. Zane's secret research, the small animals at Dr. Noah's home. Your research with Dr. Noah in the Arctic involves this, right?
ああ。先ほどのお前の説明によれば、森戸君の以下はまだ深刻ではなさそうだ。だが、このままでは。
Oh no. I have a feeling that if he stays in Skyhaven, something unpredictable and grave will happen.
私のことを信じて任せてくれるなら、できる限り早く𝑎𝒃で治療を受けられるよう手配する。ファン先生にも連絡して戻ってきてもらおう。
I was just about to ask about that. When can you pick up Kevi?
病院は彼らの保護者と連絡が取れていない。少し手こずりそうだが、早ければ明日の夜には何とかなるだろう。
Then I'll bring Kevi to you at that time.
それからもう一つ。
Kyosuke? Is that what you're gonna say? Kyosuke?
森戸君がエーテルコアのかけらを持っているのなら、エヴァーに狙われる可能性が高い。
Yeah, we know that though.
人の心配もいいが、自分の身の安全にも気をつけろ。
Don't worry, I have Nissan to take care of me. Before coming here, I thought I had grown stronger. I thought I'd be capable enough to handle the challenges that await me, but I didn't expect for them to become even more difficult. Fortunately, I've never had to face them alone. Yeah, I have like 5 boyfriends.
もしかしたら自分のためでもあるのかもしれない。
There's a chance I'm also doing this for myself as well. After the call ends, my beating heart finally begins to calm down. I look up at the moonlight hidden behind the dark clouds. The night is still, with no wind or rain, and the stars shine brightly. I suddenly wonder, is Zane also looking at the same night sky right now? My god, myself. The lieutenant's appearance at the medical center today means the fleet is keeping Mia under close surveillance. I need to avoid them if I want to bring Kevi there. Which means I need to keep this from Caleb somehow. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're gonna keep something back from our brother? We're not gonna be able to do that. We should just ask him for help. I'm sure he would help us. During my trip back to the station on the floating island, the previously peaceful sky suddenly becomes dark and gloomy. Thunder roars in the distance. It might start raining again. My phone has several unread texts from Caleb. Ooh. Where are you? When will you be back? I'm at the supermarket. Oh my god. Boy! As I scroll through them, the fact that Caleb is truly back sinks in.
𝑺𝒐𝒄の爆発事件のせいでみんな不安で怯えてるわ。
頭上のトンネルからの波動がまた大きくなり始めてて、天行市に出没するワンダラーがどんどん増えてるんだ。
I send over my location's coordinates, and then it starts to drizzle. I join the crowd under the overpass. The atmosphere grows heavy with an eerie chill. A figure clad in black, half their face concealed by a high collar, appears. Their greenish-gray hair is loosely greenish-gray hair. Oh. Hey, who this? 誰ですか? They don't move. Something's off, so I move to the side. Can I help you? Oh my god, that big I was shocked. All of a sudden, there's a small explosion nearby. The scorching heat throws me back a few meters. I steady myself, covering my nose and mouth with one hand, and waving away the smoke with the other. The stranger is still there. He pulls down his collar to reveal his face. With a forked oh my god! With a forked tongue and white slit pupils. He grins mysteriously, as if knowing this would happen.
お前のような特殊なハンターが街を歩くのは危険だと誰も教えてくれなかったのか
He moves like a grayish-green serpent. His fingers change into blades as they swipe past my cheek. Oh my god. What is going on? I barely manage to sidestep him. He attacks again, aiming for my throat this time. He's tough and quick. Oh! I instinctively lean back and narrowly avoid the silver blades. I pistol whip him. Oh my god. The gun landing a decisive blow on his head. Hearing that satisfying sound, I know I did a good job. I turn around. From the broken remains, wires and metal bits burst out along with a bunch of tiny bolts.
聞こえなくなっちまっただろうが
The man touches the broken part of his ear before tossing the short-circuiting implant into the drain.
お前のエーテルコアを手に入れたら重低音を堪能できる耳に取り替えることができるんだが
The scattered electrical equipment is sucked into a metaflux surge as it spawns several strange-looking wanderers.
そいつらと遊ばせてやろう
Is this some kind of transformation? My hand moves behind my waist. Amidst the dirt and rain, a bright red flash materializes. A wanderer that has lunged forward is sent flying back several meters. What attacked it was? Is it Oni-chan? An apple? Yep, it's Oni-chan. I know Oni-chan's evol. You love Snake Man? Look, back at Snake Man's kinda... I can deal with that. Hi, Shiny, by the way. He's so valid. He is. I approve of Snake Man. I hope he comes in LI. Except without the blades for fingers. You're here. You are here. Welcome in to the first of many streams to make up for all the time I didn't stream. Because I have so much to do right now. I have an entire week of things to do. Like, so much stuff. But what the heck is happening right now? I don't know, man. Oni-chan came to help us, though. Having found its mark, the April continues on its gravity-defying trajectory. I turn my head. Hi, Oni-chan! Oh my. Cradling his phone between his ear and shoulder, Caleb grabs an apple from the paper bag he's holding. He throws it up and catches it in his right hand.
今日のスーパーは安売りセールしてなかったから俺の銃弾は高いぞ
Caleb! Oni-chan! I raise my gun and swiftly position myself beside him. I keep an eye out on the wanderers approaching us.
これはゲームじゃないんだ一人で突っ走るな
Don't underestimate me. I can pull my weight in a battle just like you now. Not as much as he can. I mean, he is gravity after all. Oh my. Okay. Damn, I wasn't expecting this. Bang. The last wanderer is flattened by an unseen force. The scatters debris in all directions. Mahiru! Oni-san! Muddy water is everywhere, but Caleb seems unfazed as he brushes aside the damp strands of my hair.
怪我はないか
Nayo. I'm good, but that person is getting away. I love this. This is actually kind of cool. Oh my god. Yes, fighting Oni-chan is the only Oni-chan I like. Caleb holds out his hand, his fingers slightly extended. A barrage of stone shards chase after the fleeting figure cloaked in a dark grayish green.
すぐ帰るから果物でも食べて待ってろ
Oh my god, he really did say that in Japanese. A paper bag lands in my hands. Before I can respond, Caleb vaults over the railing and disappears into the night. How did Oni-san get here so quickly? I have to look this up in Japanese later, like to see how much he actually uses Mahiru.
完璧な器だ。俺たちみたいな出来損ないにすら及ばないじゃねえか。くす。
Sharp shards pierce through half of Viper's. Oh, his name is Viper. I love it. And before he can even cry out in anger, a kick knocks the wind out of him. I'm guessing in Japanese it's probably mabushi or something. Mamushi, sorry. A powerful force slams him into the ground, which instantly destroys the other half of his face. No, his face is ruined. Oh, I guess it is Viper. Never mind. What the hell? Caleb increases the weight. Immediately, the crisp sound of something cracking reverberates. Those invisible restraints are like iron that even make a Viper's knees creak. A white prosthetic eye floats into Caleb's hand and is crushed in an instant. Oni-chan! Okay. This is the Caleb I like, guys. Okay, I found my Caleb. Wait, what? Wait, what? You know who he is? Caleb? Caleb? It feels as if a swamp is slowly squeezing the air out of his lungs, making it difficult to breathe. Guys, I went from being like, Caleb, to being, hey, Caleb, what up? I love you. He's unfazed by the threat. Click. Viper's left hand is twisted, and he almost passes out from the pain. Wouldn't you say your overprotectiveness for borders upset? They invoked my name! They invoked my name! Wow. Wow. The wildest. Wildest. Raindrops are suddenly suspended in the air. They're like countless silver needles that are ready to pierce him at any moment. He can't even laugh. Caleb crouches down, meeting Viper's gaze. He slightly smiles.
今度彼女にちょっかい出したら殺す。今度彼女にちょっかい出したら殺す。今度彼女にちょっかい出したら殺す。
It's kinda hot. That's real hot. Oh no. Yeah, I do like this. This is interesting. See, like in real life, I'd be like, bitch, please, I can take care of myself. Get the fuck out. But like when it comes to characters, I need them to have something interesting about them. And this is interesting. I like this. Like with Raphael, it's his like never-ending like need, I guess, to both please us but also be upset with us, right? Like he's angry with us for everything that we've put him through, to put his entire like people through, even our past lives, himself, us right now. But then there's also like his love for us, right? And his need to like please us and do whatever we say, despite the fact that, you know, we have complete control over him. Like, I like that gappu. Now this, I'm not sure yet, but I like it. I like the way that Caleb has his whole, I'm this nice Oni-chan outside, but then there's like, I'm also like extremely possessive and will like literally kill somebody because they touched you. Is kind of interesting to me. Oh my god, I love it. The soaked part of the paper bag I'm holding leaves a chaotic pattern on my hand. It almost resembles a winding labyrinth. The person knew I had an Aether core. Is he an assassin sent by Aether? Ever? But he wasn't planning to kill me. It seems like he was testing his prey.
どうして雨の中に突っ立ってるんだ?
An umbrella shields me as Caleb reappears. He frowns as he wipes away the water from my face. Caleb, are you okay?
ああ、あいつには逃げられたけどな。
You let him go. Having checked Caleb's hand over and over again, my anxiety only dissipates when I confirm he's unharmed. It's okay, I got some of the parts he dropped. I'll take them back to the data analysis. Hopefully there will be something to learn.
その話は後にして、まずは家に帰ろう。
He takes off his coat and drapes it over my head. With his arm around my shoulders, his warmth quickly envelops me.
今後は出かけるなら、少なくとも一声かけてくれ。一人の外出は心配だからな。
Upon returning home, Caleb ushers me into the bathroom. I'm wrapped in the hot water's warmth. After getting out of the shower, I put on soft loungewear, the rain's chill having faded away. In the living room, I scan the parts and upload the data to my watch. A steaming bowl of ginger soup appears on the coffee table.
またちゃんと髪を拭いてないな。
Freshened up, Caleb brings over a towel. He sits down on the couch and pats the spot
こっ
next
ち
to
に
him.
来い。
I comply and hold the bowl of soup while Caleb towel dries my hair. It's very soothing, and I can't help but narrow my eyes. It's been a while since I received your service like this.
サービスだって分かってて、毎回ちゃんと髪を拭かずにベッドでスマホをいじってたのか?
It's because I know you'll help me.
この怠け者。
I don't know how to say what namakemono means in English, guys. But it's not pipsqueak. I don't know how to say namakemono in English. I'm so sorry. I don't know the equivalent because I don't know. I never learned it. I only know it in Japanese. Sorry. The problem with having two different languages, but they don't actually coincide with each other because I didn't learn it that way. It's ridiculous. Thanks, ADHD. Through the towel, something taps my head. It's not too gentle or too rough. Though, do you think you've gotten better at drying hair?
そうか。大学の時は学校の寮に住んでたし、卒業後は宇宙機関に行ったから、今思うと家に住むのは久しぶりだな。お前の髪を拭くのも。
Yeah, you've also been dead for like a long time too. He tilts my chin before using his fingers to comb through the disheveled strands. There's no rush. We have more than enough time together.
Ah?
With a promise made, a new thought crosses my mind. What about the Deep Space Aviation Administration? Do they know you've joined the Far Space Fleet? What about your comrades in arms?
彼らは知らないし、知る由もないな。これについては、あまり多くの人を巻き込みたくない。彼らが俺の全てを知る必要はないんだ。
My phone screen suddenly lights up. I see a news alert about the explosion in Cascade District. Alright, Kevy. He removes the towel from my head and walks to the bedroom.
ちょっと待ってろ。ドライヤーを取ってくる。
待って。Aware of the warnings Kevy's parents gave and the fleet's close surveillance of the siblings, I realize things are in a more sinister light. Is it possible Caleb knows something about this? I don't want to doubt him. Are Kevy's parents important? I want to know about Kevy's parents. The fleet has used a considerable amount of resources to deal with the explosion incident and their search for Kevy. Is it because Kevy's parents are important to them?
爆発事件の犯人も被害者も艦隊の人間だ。艦隊には全責任がある。状況を公にちゃんと説明しないとな。
There's definitely more than that. Don't lie to me, Caleb. I know what's going through your brain. You want to keep me safe, but that's not going to keep me safe. You should just tell me what's fucking going on. Stop being a dumbass.
心配するな。必ず見つける。
As I watch Caleb walk away, a sense of guilt creeps over me like an evening mist. Am I guilty because I think that he has something to do with it? Because he does. Don't feel guilty myself. He's in on it. When I wake up the next day, my head feels foggy and my throat is itchy. Maybe it's because I got caught in the rain yesterday. What are these for? As soon as I enter the living room, I stop in my tracks. Boxes of various sizes that weren't there before are now here. Caleb rolls up his sleeve. He sits down on the floor and pieces something together from the scattered parts around him.
ずっと放置してたから、家の中に何もなくてさ、適当に買ってきた。何か足りないものがあったら言ってくれ。
It's okay, I'll only be staying here for a few days. Anyway, I need to go.
なんだ、その後はもう来ないのか?
Not all the way over here. I rub my stuffy nose. Content, Caleb smiles, wipes his hands, and gives the assembled robot a pat on the head. Auto SHD. The little robot's scream forms a smile as its movements produce a series of clink-clanks.
これからはベッドでスマホをいじってる時にこいつにおやつや飲み物を運んでもらえるぞ。
Sure. The warmth in Caleb's smile makes me feel even more guilty. I'm sorry. If the fleet is just trying to protect Kevy, then I'll make it up to you once he's safe, I promise. I sit next to him and attempt to mask my nervousness with a pleading look. Caleb, I agreed to have dinner and watch a movie with some classmates in Skyhaven tonight. Can you give me a ride? It's not that far. You can take me there, since your plane can just zoom, cough, 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 cough. Kevi agreed to meet at midnight, but after careful consideration, I decided to head out early to avoid any problems. I made that suggestion to Caleb so he wouldn't overthink things.
今日は外出しない方がいい。その声、風邪ひいたな。家で一日休んでくれ。体のためにも。
No, I'm not staying in. Caleb opens another box and busies himself again.
真空トンネルのエネルギーの波動に異常が見られるんだ。天行師のワンダラーの動きもどんどん活発になってる。
Are you sure it's that and not something else?
今夜、天行師では安全のために全面限界態勢を敷いて掃討作戦が行われる。
Oh no. Isn't eliminating Wanderer supposed to be a hunter's job? What kind of threat could possibly warrant a large-scale response from the fleet?
ワンダラーの危険レベルは関係ない。天行師の管理を引き受けた以上、艦隊は責任を持って全住民の安全を守らないといけない。
He pauses and looks up.
俺は今夜家にいないから外に出るなよ。いいな。
But cough, 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 cough. This isn't good. I need to get Kevi out of there.
それでもダメだ。
Oh wow. This is important to me. Caleb, it'll only be a few minutes at best.
お前の安全より大事なことなんてない。
He gives me a warm smile and rests his hand on my head.
俺を困らせないでくれ。
He responds with a smile. It's the same one I've always seen, but his gaze is a little too cheerful. He's hiding something. Caleb, be honest with me. Is the cleanup tonight related to the explosion?
考えすぎだ。
He looks away and pretends to study the sketch. I grab his chin, forcing him to look at me. You're lying.
じゃあ、お前は
Wow! Okay. Okay, Oni-chan. Damn. Damn, this bitch getting direct with me now. Okay, okay. I love this. He calmly grabs my right hand and reveals the gun I had put on my waist.
銃を持っていく必要のあるクラス会ってどんなやつなんだ？
That's because I'm worried about encountering a wanderer. His grip on my wrist tightens.
自分の体にあるエーテルコアのことを忘れるな。お前はもう普通のハンターじゃないんだ。それにこの爆発事件の裏にある勢力図は複雑だ。一つ間違えばお前は永遠に天行を離れられなくなる。
The fleet isn't just here to investigate the explosion, right? Are you hiding something? In the tense silence, the small auto is oblivious as it continues making noise. After what seems like an eternity, he suddenly lets go.
悪かった。俺が言ったこと、まだ覚えてるか？俺に任せてくれ。俺は、お前との約束は絶対に破らない。
That's not the problem here, Caleb. My lips tighten into a thin line. And the increase in body temperature that I've been fighting hits me. I slowly lean back and sink into the sofa.
ごめん。怒らせちまって。
Caleb kneels. He takes my wrist that he had grasped earlier and massages it with his thumb.
でも今夜の作戦は普通の任務じゃない。お前は天行に来たばかりだから、その危険さがわからないんだ。
His earnest gaze follows mine when I try to look away. For some reason, this version of Caleb feels like a stranger. Do you really mean it?
嘘だったら、針1000本飲んでやる。
You made a promise to me. Don't forget about it. Last time you made a promise to me, you blew up. Let's be real. I don't believe you. As the day draws to a close, I still haven't found an opportunity to leave. I hope the round-the-clock shuttle service won't be affected by the cleanup. Only when my phone gives me a no-service message do I realize how thorough Skyhaven's lockdown is. Outside, the darkness cloaks the scenery with the trees' shadows. When it's 11 p.m., I hear the faint creak of a door opening outside. After silently counting to 30, I quietly get out of bed and go to the living room. Hey! Hey! Okay. No one's here. Only a single wall lamp illuminates the room, and the furniture's shadows are plastered on the house's white walls. I let out a sigh of relief and try to find my gun that Caleb put away.
何を探してるんだ?
Oni-san! 何言ってんの? It's hot, Oni-san. I can't deal with this. Caleb! You're so... Okay, seriously, my chair is in the wrong placeage, and I'm having problems. Give me a second. Okay. Caleb stands behind me, his arms crossed. The light casts irregular patterns on the floor.
もう行く.
What? Go ahead. I'm getting something to drink. I'm not getting something to drink. A cup that's filled with water floats over to my side along with 2 white pills. I'm not taking your pills, dude.
昼間に何回も咳してただろ. 昨日雨に濡れたから風邪ひいたんだと思う.
It's just a small cough.
なら薬を飲んで寝ろ.
His gaze is calm and gentle, showing no signs of discontent. It's as if my pitiful lie fooled him. It did not. It did not, myself. Don't believe it. I put the pills in my mouth and wash it down with the water. I've emptied the cup in one go. The ticking of the clock's second hand echoes in the dimly lit room, emphasizing the silence between us and our mingling breaths. Without thinking, I avoid his gaze. I hesitate for a moment before heading back to the bedroom. Good night.
おやすみ.
Those better not have been sleeping pills. Leave, myself, leave! Oh! Oni-san.
「こうやってお前をそばに留めておくことを身勝手だと思うか。でも俺たちにはお互いしかいない。俺がもっと早くお前に迫る危険に気づいていれば、その後のことは全部起こることはなかったんだろうか。安心しろ。今回の悪夢はここまでだから。
Shiny! Shiny! I'm scared. Don't watch people sleep. Did you ever get through Twilight? I think he came in to like check in on us and then he went away. It's not like he's really watching us sleep though. He's monologuing more than anything. Oh my god, is that all? Oh no,